I believe I made a giant misassumption when I reviewed the first chapter of Mushoku Tensei, Eris, and that is, I believe that was the remaining of the chapter. But no, that was only 1.1. There's actually 3 parts to it, and I want to review the first part of it. So within this video of chapter 2, I'm also going to talk about the remaining part of chapter 1 that I have missed from the first video. It's weird, usually they don't do stuff like this. I guess as the way they're gathering the chapters, which were being released bit by bit, they were just saying, hey, it's this point, and then they released the full chapter at once. So there goes that. So the chapters actually are longer than what it is, but it seems like it's still going to be a monthly thing, unfortunately. I was hoping for a weekly thing for once, all Mushoku Tensei content must be monthly. Sucks. Well, anyways, I digress. Now, let me talk about the remaining of Chapter 1, when she enters the Holy Land of Swords and meets Galfarian, the sword god. This dude is tough, is strong, but despite all that, Eris says you're still too small. Meaning, she faced the strongest person in that world, which is Oyster, the dragon god. So, her fighting and surviving that, and then seeing someone who's not even on the higher ranks of the powers list, it would be small. But nonetheless, Eris failed to realize, despite him not being the strongest or the highest on the list, he is still one of the strongest out in the entire world that they live in. So she got a little, arrogant. But she's always been arrogant most of the times when it comes to these kind of things, where she acts a bit kind of like a jerk in a way. When the first person she's supposed to fight is, I think his name was Juno. Yeah, his name was Juno. And Juno didn't have time to pick up his sword or really defend himself, really. And she's beat him, without even trying. And the thing about Juno is, just don't look over Juno. Let's say it like that. That is it. Don't look over Juno. He is, or his name Bruno. I can't remember. But anyways, I don't think he's a very important character, but he'll have interesting plot movement later on. It's like towards the end of the series. Then there is Nina Farian, the daughter of Galfarian. And she put up a good fight. She even put steel inside one sword, even though Eris' sword broke. Eris didn't stop. Just because your sword broke doesn't mean the battle's over. So she kept beating the crap out of her. They even showed a part where, she urinates herself because Eris would not stop. Would not stop. And it's like, gosh, man. And it makes you like, in my opinion, that's why I understand Eris' goals. I still wish this girl, get put in her place. The problem with Eris is that she's never really put in her place. She is too arrogant, and yes, she does face strong opponents, but in a way, she does still look down on everybody. And that was the problem. She only respects only a very few amount of people in this entire world, which was her grandfather, Ghislaine, Rudius, and Rudyard, and that's it. Everyone else she didn't care about or she would look down upon. Which is a trait she really needs to let go. Let's put it like that. Or else it's going to get her in a lot of trouble. But she's strong enough to deal with that trouble nonetheless. So she fought Gal, and Gal beat her easily without even trying. So now she realizes, okay, Gal maybe not be the strongest, but he's still one of the strongest. So you still need to put some respect on his name nonetheless. Now we finally get into chapter 2, where she is a sword saint. However, to be a sword saint, you must learn the technique of the long sword of light. The technique you saw Ghislaine use in one of the first episodes of Mushoku Tensei, Part 1, where she was rescuing Rudius and Eris from the kidnappers. That is the long sword of light. You learn to use that move, you are immediately allowed to rank up to the saint class. Then there's Emperor class, and there's King class, Emperor class, then there's God class. So she was allowed to do that, not because she learned the rank, but because she was able to beat 2 people who were already Saint class. So since she was able to beat them, only proving that she got that potential. She does, but however, she still needs to learn to use the technique, pretty much was the entire phrase of this episode. What will help her draw this technique out? So that's why Gal told her go out and go out and adventure, have some fun, whatever. So she did, and she ended up doing once again more Goblin slaying. I'm telling you, I think Goblin Slayer from the show Goblin Slayer would love to have Eris as a partner. As this girl goes in just murking some goblins, man, without even trying. Then again, she is so strong is because once again her roots are so strong because they were put in the most dangerous place on their planet, and that is the demon content. Because they're put in that area and they had to stand there for a couple of years, they trained, they got stronger, they fought the most vicious creatures that that land had to offer, and because of that, they anywhere else is pretty much weak. Got what a few couple of goblins mean anything, where they fought such powerful demons and strong creatures, where they're in a harsh environment. The harsher the environment is, the more dangerous the creatures and people that inhabit it. But because of that, of course, they come out strong. You know, it's like when an isekai person gets thrown down to Divi's Abyss, or they fight the strongest dungeon, they make it out alive. Everything else is, child's play to them. That's how strong they are. So, goblins mean nothing to her. But the thing is that she still needs to learn to use that technique. And I guess it needing to be fast enough to save someone gave her that encouragement to activate the long sword of light. She didn't realize she used it, but she did. And it's the need to wanting to protect something, because she saw a little girl that they were out to rescue. That's the reason why she was able to use that technique, and now she has something. Now she learned it, which is good for her. And of course, she still has her reward, which still runs in her blood. The obsession of the fur of the Beastman tribe. They love cuddling the Beastman tribe. They love that stuff. So Eris learned her technique and learned to have a little fun adventuring again. So yeah, I'm actually looking forward to this spinoff more than the other spinoffs. Like Rachi Gets Serious, that I was reviewing before, but I got bored of it. And I don't care for the spinoff of Rudius. It's to me just feel like just giant filler. I don't care what no one says. I feel like filler. And then this one feel like it would be actual true good development of Eris. Her learning new techniques, learning to get along with other people, and of course her resolve to help out Rudius in the coming future. So that's pretty much it, man, for chapter 2. Like I said, I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait for her to actually buy these, actually. Just hope 7 Seas doesn't screw them up. Let's put it like that. So anyways, that's all I got for the vid. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, like, comment, subscribe, and of course, hit that bell icon. This has been the Madcrownxox on Anime. Signing out.